Welcome to Tweedle Dive. I will read a post from Reddit, but before I tell you the story, please click the subscribe button to support me. Thanks. So the story called, Am I the a-hole for making my 7-year-old go to Alcoholics Anonymous? I, 31F, have an amazing son, almost 8, who is incredibly sweet, well-mannered and inquisitive. Although, I guess most parents think of their kids that way. I quit drinking about 2 months ago and have been adamant about doing the Alcoholics Anonymous program correctly, 90 meetings in 90 days, sponsor, daily readings, therapy, etc. I really want to be a good mom and make up for my bad decisions when I was drinking. I never harmed him or put him in danger, but I just wasn't present and am remorseful about my drinking past. The problem is that I'm a single mom who works full-time and I live in a small town. Because it's small, there aren't a lot of options in terms of Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, so the only one I can really attend is the 5:30 based on my schedule and my son's. His father has him part-time, so on those days, I can attend meetings by myself, but on my days, I have to bring my son. I don't have anyone to leave him with and babysitting wouldn't work because nobody wants to babysit for just 1 hour. It doesn't financially make sense for them. So, I take my son to meetings. Naturally, he isn't too thrilled when I have to. Before you suggest I could do Zoom meetings, I really don't get anything out of them. I like the in-person connection and atmosphere. My ex, who has never taken my alcoholism seriously and has never actually attended an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, says I'm the a-hole for exposing our child to that kind of atmosphere and those kinds of people. The truth is, those people are what have saved my life. They are so sweet and good with my son and, while sometimes the subject matter can be a little adultish, we mostly talk about how to be better people and live a spiritually sound existence and to help our fellow man. I personally think it's good for my son to be surrounded by people that are trying to better themselves and also to let him know at an early age the effects of alcoholism as it runs in my family, but maybe I'm the a-hole and way off the mark and am doing more damage than good. I would just like outside opinions that aren't emotionally connected to the situation. Update. Am I the a-hole for taking my 7-year-old to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings with some of the topics that are addressed? I super appreciate everyone's responses. It gave me a lot of insight. Admittedly, I didn't really think about how other members may feel about having a child there. I was mostly thinking about the comfort of my son. I will say that the group is all old-timers that have years of sobriety and largely just talk about service work and how much better their lives are. But, as many have pointed out, the presence of a child may deter members from talking about serious subjects, so I'll either just give my kid headphones and a tablet to play with, something I usually hate doing but I guess I'll just have to suck it up, or do Zoom meetings when I have him. Again, thank you for all of the input, even the people that were incredibly harsh with their verdict. First and most importantly, I'm still sober and feel better than I have in years. I can now be more present and a better mom to my child, and for that, I'm incredibly grateful. Alcoholics Anonymous has quite literally saved my life, and if anyone who is reading this struggles with addiction, I just want to say there is a way out. You just have to know you are worth it and sobriety is worth it. My first post ended up being a mixed bag in terms of judgments about my a-holery. I accept my judgment of being the a-hole, but I did want to clarify a common misconception. Abstaining from alcohol is just a small portion of Alcoholics Anonymous. A much larger portion is dedicated to is looking into why we drink, take accountability for our selfish actions and apologize accordingly, and to rectify our character defects so we can be better people to our friends and family. Because of these aspects, I was hoping exposing my son to the program would teach him something about accountability, patience, and empathy. I ended up just asking my Alcoholics Anonymous home group if it bothered them that I brought my son to meetings. Not only did everyone look at me like I grew a second head for even asking for permission, every parent in the group talked about their own children growing up in Alcoholics Anonymous and how you do what you have to do to stay sober. Essentially, the consensus was that it is far better for a kid to have to be dragged to meetings a few hours a week than to have a mom drunk all the time. I still take my son to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, but now I allow him to play on my tablet with headphones. I got reamed in the comments for not allowing my kid to do this before. Fair enough. I just have this thing about kids being on technology as a quick fix for boredom, but I need to get over that. My son gets a lot of treats and gifts from my home group members. One dude gives him $10 and $20 every time he sees my son. I know, right? Untapped resource. My son is learning how to play electric guitar, and 2 Alcoholics Anonymous members will riff with my son and talk music. Jimi Hendrix is currently my son's hero. All in all, my son likes the attention and says he doesn't mind going to meetings. A surprising update in all of this is that my son's dad has stopped drinking, although he currently refuses to attend Alcoholics Anonymous. My relationship with my ex is much better and my kiddo seems much happier as a whole. Life for all of us is just better. And while I don't want to turn this into a public endorsement for Alcoholics Anonymous, I just want to say that sobriety is hands down the best thing that's ever happened to my family. So, am I the a-hole for taking my 7-year-old to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings with some of the topics that are addressed? That is the end of the story. Please tell me about your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click like. Also click subscribe button and turn on the bell notification if you want to get notifications about the latest videos from Tweedle Dive.
Bye!